The Matrix is one of those movies you either love it or you hate it, and the story is no different with the fourth installment 20 years later. Hey Nerdgenic Nation, Aaron Waller here, and today I'm talking about The Matrix 4, or as it's actually called, The Matrix Resurrections. But if you have seen the rest of the films, this fourth film will take you back to various moments in that trilogy and sometimes even recreate entire scenes. This film sees the return to a world of two realities, one everyday life and the other what lies behind it. To find out if his reality is a construct to truly know himself, Mr. Anderson will have to choose to follow the White Rabbit once again. And of course the film sees the return of Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne and half of the directing Wachowski duo, but also adds Jessica Henwick, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Jonathan Groff, and Neil Patrick Harris. Now, as a quick disclaimer, I did watch this movie on HBO Max, as it's likely going to be the last or one of the last dual release films as the push to return to theaters ramps up at the absolute worst time. And whether you watch this movie in theaters or in the comfort of your own home, I thought it was a pretty decent time either way. But for my personal opinion, that first hour was the best and most insane. It combines the nostalgia in various moments of the original trilogy, but putting it into the mind-melting backdrop that has you questioning where the film is going and what's real and what is in Thomas Anderson or Neo's mind. Now, I don't want to spoil anything for you beyond that, but I feel like the first part of the film was a nice small twist and somewhat subverting expectations for Matrix fans, and it also likely divided them, as some of what happens is kind of frustrating. The second half of the movie, however, leaned very heavily into the story of Neo and Trinity, and though it was clearly part of the character's journey and overall theme of love and the connection between the two characters being a major constant within the Matrix itself, it also got to be too much after a while, and by the end they didn't say it, but they 100% should have them saying something to the effect of, "I'm not the one, we are the one." In terms of the other actors, they were pretty decent, with Jessica Henwick being the biggest standout of the new additions. But Abdul-Mateen II and Groff were recreations of characters we already knew, which was kind of strange in a lot of ways, and I felt like they would have been much better had they been their own characters. Even if they were connected to Morpheus and Agent Smith respectively, it would have been more of a testament to the evolution of the Matrix, rather than just saying, oh, they're the same characters but different because of XYZ. But the area that I found the most lacking in this movie, though, was with the action. The Matrix changed cinema with bullet time, and with each installment they had some kind of epic and memorable scene. Resurrections, however, just never really had a pivotal moment. They try to recreate certain scenes from the trilogy and even try to expand on the powers and abilities of Neo, the Sentinels, and though they didn't touch on it much, there are some Sentinels working with the humans in the real world that felt more reminiscent of a Transformers movie. But along with trying to expand the lore, they try and just say that binary is very old school, they don't need to use phones to jack in and out of the Matrix, then they instead use doors like the Keymaker from the Matrix Reloaded, but they never really mention that either. Overall, The Matrix Resurrections is not a bad movie. It's very heavy in nostalgia, but that's very much the market that we live in currently, which is great for fans of the franchise, and it tries to expand various aspects of the original trilogy for modern day audiences, which is fine, but they very much had one foot planted in nostalgia and the other one in the story of modern day, which made for two very different halves of a complete movie. And for that reason, I'm going to give The Matrix Resurrections a 7 out of 10. But now I want to hear from you in the Nerdgenic community. What did you think of The Matrix Resurrections? Do you think it was an unnecessary return to the franchise? Would you want to see even more Matrix movies in the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss on any future videos from me or the rest of the Nerdgenic team. And also give us a like and follow on Facebook so you don't miss on any awesome news, announcements such as when we may be going live, or upcoming blog articles at nerdgenic.com. But in the meantime, if you want even more video content from us, be sure to check out these videos on screen, like this Spider-Man No Way Home playlist, which I have a ton of videos talking about various things about the movie, whether it be reviewing it, giving thoughts and opinions, things like that. Or check out this video right over here, which is my thoughts on the teaser trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which did appear at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, but this is a totally different thing and they just released it online, so make sure to check out that video. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we hope to see you in the next video.